That's right, Tiffany. East Providence City Councilors discussing their fears of potential long-term consequences from the Washington Bridge westbound closure and calling for a state of emergency during last night's City Council meeting. But the mayor telling us today that it's just not that easy.
I have, on behalf of the council, I have sent a letter to Governor McKee, basically just asking for a declaration of emergency.
East Providence City Council calling for an emergency declaration over worries about possible future financial consequences as a result of the Washington Bridge closure.
The economic impacts that this potentially is going to have on the city, if they're talking about 1-2 years, we really need to start looking at that, asking the state for assistance.
Mayor Bob DaSilva says he's been having conversations behind the scenes to get as much help as he can to businesses. Conversations with both the Emergency Management Agency and Governor Dan McKee.
I think if we need to have an understanding of what an emergency declaration does.
When asked about if he agrees with City Council President Bob Roderick's calls for a state of emergency in this letter to McKee, DaSilva says a declaration wouldn't accomplish anything.
This does not fall under the Stafford Act. If declaring an emergency were to bring additional resources to bear on this issue, additional resources to the city, additional resources to the state, I think that would have happened already.
The Stafford Act allows federal assistance for natural disasters, which means the Washington Bridge would not bring in federal funds through an emergency declaration. Meanwhile, McKee says he's met with Council President Roderick and the mayor to discuss it in response to Roderick's letter.
So I think that we're covering that base, we're making sure that we're, following up.
Regardless of calls for an emergency declaration, it's evident that City Council would like to see some funding for the financial impacts from the Washington Bridge. We do know that RIDOT is paying for those police traffic details in the city. Live in East Providence tonight, I'm Alyssa Azara, ABC 6 News.